Hey fam, so welcome back to another sesh. We are going to make some more art using artificial intelligence so we can show you guys just how easy it is to do and how you can recreate this and then even monetize on it if you want, right? So let's get right to it. All right, so we're going to be using Artbreeder, and the reason I like Artbreeder for this particular session is because you can use it for so many different things. But specifically, I'm going to be using it to create characters. And why do we want to use characters? Well, a lot of people want to create prototypes for their games, right? And in these prototypes, they want to give you some characters that you will be able to make. Let me go back. I'm actually in the wrong type. And they do have so many different um, types here that you can make with the Artbreeder. In fact, let's look over some of them. You can use the collager, the splicer, the auto painter, and the director. And each one of these are for different things. These are for videos. These are obviously for hand painting. This is for splicing together different ones. And then what I'm going to use is this one here. I like it for all of these. They're all so cool. But we're going to particularly use this one right here for characters. And it's really easy. What they're going to do is give you a basic character that, of course, you're probably not going to want to work with. So go up here and click where it says Add Parent. And here, of course, you get an idea of all the different things that you can work with. And you can add them as a parent and then take from those genes. Or you can come into this little search down here and add what you want to look for. In our particular case, since we are My Kids NFT, let's just say that we want to add something that looks a little bit more kid-friendly. So let's say kids for kid. And here we go. We can use some of these to generate our first character. In fact, why don't we start with something like this kind of happy looking kid, right? And now we can change all kinds of elements about it. For instance, we can make it look more human-like. We can make it more female. That looked a little weird. Maybe a little less female. We can alter the clothing. We can mess with the colors. We can even show how this will totally transform it into something completely different. So let's say we get to the point where we're happy with our character. Is this our person? Well, could be. Let's say she is. What we do is save her. We check here, and now she's part of our collection. We can go down here to where she's at. I don't know why it's not scrolling down for me. There she is. And now we can download her with this little button right here. Now remember, I'm trying to teach you guys always how to take advantage of the free opportunities. And this is one of those free opportunities. You don't really have to pay for the first several hundred generations from Artbreeder that you download. And you pretty much have indefinite generations. It's just about downloading them. So you have a certain amount of high resolution downloads that you can get. So once you've downloaded them, you can see here I have a whole bunch. This is some of the ways that I've generated some of the characters for some of my collections as well as some of my clients. So I have a lot here. And here's our character. So we click on her. And let's say you're happy with this character. This character here is now your favorite and you can't live without her. And you not only want to use this character, but you want to sell her. Let's just say that's what you want to do. So not sure what it's doing. and sending it back to me. Interesting. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to show it in downloads. Here we go. That's better. So let's say we have her and we're happy with her. So we save our image, right? Where am I saving this? I have so many. Let me just make a new folder. Why not? Sorry about that. No, that's pictures, and let's put it there. All right, I like that. And we're gonna call it. I'm sorry, I can't really see with this light in my face. We're gonna call it whatever. All right, so we saved our character, and now we're gonna go back. And we're going to save. So now we have successfully saved our image, and we're going to take it a step further. So here I've opened a real simple OpenSea account and a wallet that, is just a test wallet. So we're not connecting it to anything that's important, like any projects that I'm working on and developing right now. So it looks a little blank, but here, for anyone who's never used OpenSea or created their own collection, you can add your own banner and your own image to show who you are. This is the personal account. And then, of course, if you created any collections, they as well can have their banners and their main images and their featured images and whatnot. For this tutorial, I'm going to do it this way. You can do it by dropping this down and hitting create and just go straight to create. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time. Here we go. Straight to create. But in this case, I'm going to do collection so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And although there is no creations on this particular account yet, you can see how easy it is to create a collection. And some of the cool features that OpenSea is using now, you can actually deploy your own contract, which I thought was super dope. And for those of you that are not familiar with coding and are not ready to deploy your own contract, you can use right here the OpenSea contract that everybody's been using for the longest time. It's pretty tried and true. And although they charge, I believe it's 2%, it's still going to be a headache-free way to just get your collection online and get to monetizing pretty quickly. So I am going to, for this particular collection, for this particular account, hit confirm with that. But like I said, I'm just trying to teach you guys how to create a collection. When you create a collection, you are going to have to go through a whole process. So let me show you that real quick. You're going to have to enter your details about, the name, which particular blockchain you want to use. I usually go with Ethereum. It's my favorite. But just for testing sake, we're going to do it on Polygon since it is extremely inexpensive. And, as we all know, you can just deploy it right away on here, really cheap. So you will incur no gas fees. Oh, and by the way, when it comes to OpenSea, you will not incur any gas fees because when you use something like these third parties, some of them will allow you to just take it completely out of the contract that you are creating with them, which allows them the 2% that they are going to be getting in order to create this contract for you. So you can deploy the contract on some of these platforms for absolutely free, and you won't pay anything, so to speak, until the actual selling of the NFT, and that's when they take their percentage and call it even. So it's really easy way to create without any kind of, upfront cost. Now, the first time that you start a contract with OpenSea back in the day. I believe you had to deposit a little tiny bit of ETH just to sign the contract. So that may still be the case. And since we're doing it on a different blockchain, we're doing it on Polygon, that may not apply to this particular session. But in the future, if we do it and it still does apply, then we're going to be showing you that as well, where you can go ahead and learn, how to start that up. So we're going to put it on Polygon, like I said, and for right now, we're not going to call it anything. I'm actually not going to really keep this account, except for testing, and so it's not really going to get sold. Select a category. We're just going to say it's collectible, but you have different, choices here. Let's just say art. Have different ways of displaying your art as well. And then there's different things you can do, like adding explicit content if necessary. There's also unlockable content, which I'll show you when you get to the actual NFTs. This is just your collection. So your collection is basically how all of the NFTs within it are going to act. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't adjust each individual NFT to some degree on OpenSea. They're actually pretty flexible. That's probably why they're everybody's favorite. And they're probably the largest marketplace. So if you're looking for a lot of volume, a lot of trade volume, this is definitely the marketplace for you. So here you would add your featured image and your banner image, which at this point I'm not really going to do. But if you're creating your first collection, I know how important that would be to you. So this is where you would add your featured image. This is the one that people see when you're advertising. Your banner image will be the one that is in the background behind your featured image. And then of course you have behind your logo image. And of course you have your logo image, which is usually displayed here, as we saw before in the top left-hand side. So yeah, you would fill this out here. And then this is the important part, I think, for a lot of people, is the creator earnings. I'm not sure what you want to set your creator earnings on. I am no one to tell you what you believe that your time is worth or your art is worth. That's not for me to judge. However, the standard is usually under 10%, and most people staying in about the 5% range. And this would be when NFTs are resold. So it's not the initial sale where OpenSea takes their percentage, but secondary sales. So this is your secondary sales, and here you would typically add the address that you want your secondary sales to go to. And then of course you would add your links to your site and your social medias. So that's very important, of course. So let's say I really don't want to start this collection. Let's say I just want to create that one NFT. Okay, well, we can do that too. It's OpenSea. So we're going to go ahead and find that NFT that I just created. And here we go. It looks like that. So we're going to open her up and we're going to place her right here. And we're going to give her a name. Let's call her Child NFT. Why not, right? Here is where you would add your website. In our case, it would be My Kids NFT, right? And, oh, sorry. I didn't look up. The heck? I apologize. It's not letting me do that? No problem. I'll do it this way. A description, blah, blah. And, the collection name. In this case, we don't really have any yet.
Accidentally hit me by an accident.
So here is where we would add our description, blah, blah, blah. In this case, our collection. We don't really have a collection right now, so it's not going to have a collection.
What?
But as soon as you have made this NFT or any, in your case, NFTs, as soon as you add an NFT, it will automatically by default create a collection. So even if you've not created your collection, and this is your very first NFT. As soon as you make this NFT on OpenSea, it's going to automatically make it into a collection for you. So then you would just go back and alter those details like before. And then so here you have properties. These are textual traits that you can add. A lot of people like to have a lot of traits and a lot of different properties to their NFTs to make them unique. So here, if you wanted to, like for instance, we could say collection and whatever you name your collection, or you can, one, or you can add the year, or you can add the collaboration. It's really up to you. You are the creator of your NFTs. But, traditionally it's used to describe the NFTs, describe the collections, and describe the type of features that you see inside of your NFT. We try not to be too random so that it kind of fits a standard. And then again, you can have unlockable content. Here, you can either add links or other prizes that you want to be able to give people. You can give them, token access, or you can give them more airdrops or whatever it is. You can have hidden links that you don't really feature on your website and it's only for VIP access. It is unlimited. You can really use this for just about anything. I've used it before to drop metaverses that I was using for just a specific group. But I mean, anything, you can just add anything in there, links to images, you can just about anything. For people that are using this for maybe games or maybe within your community and you're using it for levels, here you can do that as well. And you also have for stats. So in case you're using this as some type of game piece or some type of in community use. And then here you would have your supply. Yes, NFTs are usually considered one unique non-fungible token, but when it comes to like art NFTs and stuff, it is not uncommon for people to have multiple issues of that art piece, and then everyone is quite aware of how many they are because it's on the blockchain, so everybody can see it. There's no hidden stories or anything like that. But we're just going to make one, and that'll be it. We're going to create, of course, we're going to have to go through some quick checks. So let's do that real quick. And I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. You can hear the kids playing outside in my yard because, yeah, this is the house they play in. You know how it is when they realize you have a soft spot for kids, next thing you know. So, yeah. I don't understand why it's giving me such a bad time. I don't see any more fire hydrants. Does anybody see any more fire hydrants? I always fail. AI hates me. Can we just verify? Come on. Motorcycles, okay. Really? Does this ever happen to anyone else, or am I just living like a fool right now? I'll probably have to edit all of this out. Really? You serious? For somebody who uses this much AI, I really just can't understand why they hate me so much. You would think we'd have an understanding, a relationship with each other by now. Please, my AI. Okay, this is ridiculous already. There is no other motorcycles in this picture, and I am clearly covering every freaking piece of it. Okay, I'm just gonna like assume that this one needs to be done again. And put this on pause so you guys aren't dying of boredom. Whew, a million years later, it is finally done and we're finally ready. Well, all right, so now let's go back to our account and we should see our little one NFT created. No, might take a second. What the heck? And finally, OpenSea sees her. Took a second. Here she is. So let's go to her. I didn't have any trades for her. I'm so silly. And then let's say we wanted to sell her. So now that we're on her, that's weird. Let's sell it. And this is how easy it is to monetize on what we just made. So let's say, because she's a game piece, we want to sell her at a super cheap amount so anybody can afford her and just jump onto the game. So we want to sell her for 0.0040, $7, something like that. And we're going to leave her on as long as possible. And because we want to make sure we give everybody enough time to see our collection and see her and whatever. So here's all those controls. You can do it like this, where you simplify it, or you can actually pick the specific days that you actually want to sell your NFT. So if you have like a specific day that you want to drop it and a specific day that you want to be done selling, you can go ahead and add those here as well. And then once you put those in, you can just complete the listing and it's ready to go. And you sign on the transaction. And just like that, you've created your first NFT and listed it for sale on an NFT marketplace. Isn't that amazing? Give yourself a pat on the back and a round of applause because you've created something pretty cool, my friend. I hope this was really easy for you to follow along with. I hope this was really easy for you to understand. And I hope this was something that you got a lot of information out of. I'm always open to helping anyone out in the community that wants further instruction on how to do this, or if you just want to reach out. We're also in the midst of creating a lot of the courses for My Kids NFT. So if anybody wants to contribute as well, some of these videos to teach the kids how to utilize the technology that we're learning about, feel free to reach out. We definitely want to hear from you. And, any other collaborations or any other type of, ways that we can work with one another to extend that knowledge out to more people, even better. So definitely reach out to us. We're always open to community, and we're definitely keeping our lines of communication open to everyone, and definitely look forward to hearing from you. So just by seeing this, may you be blessed. Thank you for being here. You could have gone and checked it out anywhere else, how to create artificial intelligence art, but you chose to do it here, and so we really appreciate you. If you like what you saw, give us a follow and subscribe, because we're going to keep putting that out there. We're going to keep on putting out this information and videos just like this that are going to keep showing kids how to utilize the technology that we have available nowadays in the Web3 space, and hopefully create some future world leaders, right? So see you soon, and just by seeing this, may you be blessed. Have a great day.